I'll show you what's on the agenda today. Fly just went in my mouth. I think I might just go analog. And you can meet my new children. Oh, I fell over. Welcome to a week of Whimsy. This is where I show you what I've got up to every day of the week. The good, the weird, and the slightly chaotic. Sometimes all three of those things combined. Oh, it's been a busy week. And if you never want to miss a week, subscribe and then we'll be together forever. Lovely. This is the first episode, so I'm really keen for you to tell me what you liked this week, what you thought was missing, or if there's something you really want me to do next week. Put it in the comments and I'll try and weave it in. Right, buckle up, we're going in. What happened on Saturday then? We've decided it's time. We're gonna actually start to add some colour to this house that we've been in for what, 2.5 years?
Yeah, I'm very nervous because I am kind of quite a beige vanilla kind of person, and Rob is very much like every night is a firework.
And isn't a beige person. His maybe just the choices of stuff is a little bit more muted, whereas I'd like a bit more extravagant.
So the DIY project that we've done isn't necessarily huge, but it's a tester as to how much my tolerance can take when it comes to colour.
We've chosen a colour called Fickle Pickle, which I'm not gonna lie, no matter what the colour was, Fickle Pickle as a colour name, I need that in my life. This is our Fickle Pickle target, this tiny little door towards the back of the room. We're starting small, people, okay? And that's fine.
Which is luck.
Me using anything electrically powered is always a risk. But I'm today's designated screwer. Look at us, we even unhinged the hinge thingies.
Do you know what I'd like to say?
What? My hair looks nice?
No, is that I don't think we've ever been as professional with any kind of DIY job before.
This is insane.
Isn't it? Like, look at what we've actually done.
We've
like,
taken the door off an actual crook hinge. Oh. I don't know if we quite understood this bit, but apparently paint doesn't actually stick to every surface, so you have to give it a rough buffing first. That's got to be done, isn't it?
if you're going to do it properly, do it properly.
We're going in. Oh yeah, that is absolutely beautiful.
What's your immediate reaction?
Violent lime. It looks like a lime's got really annoyed, but it will dry darker, won't it? Won't it? Will it dry darker?
She must dry darker or we burn her.
The first coat filled me with fear, but time for coat 2. What is wrong with all these little flies? Why are they so obsessed with sticking to my door? I guess they must just be fans of the old Fickle Pickle. Fair dues. The final layer has gone on,
Yes.
and I think I'm all right with it.
Gherkin through and through.
Gherkin Royalness Princess Honey. There's a pigeon over there, and if it poos on it, I'm going to be absolutely ravenous. Oh, she's in place, and I would love to know your thoughts. I screwed that door in really good, didn't I? Does it tickle your pickle then? Or is it repulsive? I tell you what is cute, is this flamingo doorknob, and she does need a name immediately. Immediately! I think secretly we're both in love with our Fickle Pickle door. I know it sounds mad because it's such a small task and all we've done is really paint a door and put a flamingo handle on it. But for us, this is quite a big one. We've not done many DIY things in the house, so this was our first step. I did do a little cheeky secret. I put this book by Anthony's bed just to sort of prime him, to get him used to quite Bronte colours. And I'm not gonna lie,
wow,
worked a trick. So if your partner's a little bit scared of colour, buy a jazzy book and put it by their bed because it's foolproof. Now, the olive door by itself in this room does look a little bit random. There are some little green accents popping up over here and there. The next big task I'm going to do with this room is change the chairs. So these are the chairs. They're kind of these old school old school chairs. And I don't hate them, and they're actually quite comfy to sit on for a long time if you're having a dinner party, playing games, maybe a little game of Catan. Who knows? So I've ordered some fabric paint, so at some point this week, I'm going to paint the chairs. This is either going to go terribly well, or just terribly. We're chopping wood using an actual chainsaw. I know it seems a bit weird to be chopping wood now in the height of summer for winter. Our house has a little log burner that really does heat up the whole house. It's actually very cozy in winter. This is from our own willow tree that fell over down there, so it's all drying out in the summer. But trust me, you do not want to be chopping wood in the midst of winter. Giant pieces like this and this are not going to fit in my little log burner. They won't. I've tried squeezing it in. Should we go get a chainsaw? Why does everything, like actually everything, have to be covered in cobwebs? Ooh, cobby webbies, not my friend. The goggles are so boring. We could make them pink and sparkly. That could be a little project for a day, couldn't it? Little craftsy goggles project. This Sunday I am a huge butch man, officially. Okay then. You can't see my face here, but I am VV puzzled right now. It's not cutting very well. Okay, we rethink. I don't really know why I'm struggling so much. I think I might just go analog. We're making progress, but at the cost of my beautiful arms. I shall provide warmth to my dog this winter. I am a provider. It's so satisfying knowing that the wood actually came from our garden. I've made quite an important discovery, actually. I've discovered that I just need to have a cup of tea and a sit down. Maybe this is enough for Sunday. It's Sunday after all. This next task I try and do every year, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So there's a bit of a mixed result thing going on. It's basically something called overwintering. Overwintering is when you sow your seed this year for it to flower next year. The reason why you do it this year is the seedling gets established, it gets all set up, has a nice root system, it survives the winter, and then next year it's obviously got a big head start, so it's not starting from scratch. It'll be all beautiful and blooming a couple of weeks before plants that you'd sow next year. It's also really satisfying because right now there's no seeds growing in the greenhouse and I want to put some in there. They've got to deal with the rest of summer, so not getting too dry. Then they've got to survive all of winter. So if you are overwintering seeds, you've got to do it inside, either on a warm little porch, a windowsill, something like that, or in a greenhouse if you've got one. I'm trying not to buy any more seeds and just use up the ones that we've got going on. So that means we're going to be rummaging through this mess, which is our seed collection. Let's have a look and see what flowers there are. Shut up. I think I've actually already sorted it out previously. This is true wild form yellow chamomile. I've got some of this outside. It's turned into a huge bush. Probably need to give it a little chop actually. We're definitely going to sow some of that. Beautiful. We're going to try this. Some scabious, not a pretty name, but it's called Bougeli Bonnet. Why not? We need to give these things a whirl. This we did grow. What did we call it? Honeywort. That was it. Did we plant that? Yeah. That's going to go out. Honeywort is going in. Guys, I think we're going to end up planting loads. This toad flax is one of my favourite plants in the garden. Self-sowed everywhere. Right, we can sow that August to September. Is there actually any seeds in here? Yes. Okay, fine. We're definitely sowing this. Toad flax, you are beautiful. Some burgundy bow scabious. There's a lot of that. Oh, wait a minute. Peach toad flax. Let's try that as well. We've got so many scabious, it's actually unreal. So this is a Vulcan English wallflower. This is actually beautiful. We have got some of these that have grown in the garden already. The thing is, it's a biennial. The seedling this year would count as a seedling. Next year would be its first year where it just got really big and leafy. And then the year after that, it flowered. So if we sow these today, we're probably going to get flowers in what? 2028. I hope I'm still alive. Scabious Black Knight we're obsessed with, so we'll do some of them. Antirrhinums, snapdragons, they're really, really fun. We should definitely do some of those. We love them. Oh, look at these. Calendula Crown Orange. I don't remember seeing those this year, but we'll give them a go as well. Beetroot. Oh, stop it. Don't come out everywhere. Not in the living room. Beetroot. Can we say beetroot? No. No, we cannot sow beetroot. 8, 9, 10. We've got 11 things we're sowing there. Enough is enough is enough. I'm going to go do those in the greenhouse and I'll show you what they look like once they're done, but they're just going to be big trays of mud, so it probably won't be that interesting. Like I said, not that interesting yet, but let's give it a few weeks and things should start to germinate and I'll bring you back in here and you can meet my new children. My new plant children. You can probably hear the washing machine spinning round and round in the background, keeping me company throughout the actual day. Lovely. But I have got some exciting tasks to do. This wall, we're going to paint this colour here. So it's opposite my piano. Well, it's my grandma's piano. We're going to paint it this colour, which is Spice Girls. It's going to be quite a rich, dark, brownie ready colour. But it'll look quite cool against all the white, the olive door, and just other things going on. So I've already been a very, very good girl, honey. And I've done some grouting along the top. Not called, is it grouting or polyfilling or something? I need to get a haircut. That's what I should be doing this week. So I've done that. I'm gonna sand that now. And then I'm also gonna try and caulk some of the skirt inboard stuff. It started off well, but I threw one of these plants on the floor, didn't I? Honestly, this stuff always happens to me, like every time. Didn't think about gravity or balance. And now I've got a fan all over the floor with mud everywhere. Okay, well, we'll carry on with that chore. Just after I've tidied up the other chore I've just made. Yes, I can hear you, washing machine. I've got to move Ant's massive pampas grass harvest, which is essentially just a giant spider's nest in this little room. But, you know, we endure, we don't mind. You have to let Ant have some little things, don't we? Right, onto the sanding. I don't know why, in my head I've got that song which is like, and I'm doing in my head, which I don't know if that's good or bad. I scrubbed something and now I'm feeling instant regret. Look, this is like coming off the wall. Might just quickly phone my dad and just have a quick chat with him about nothing related to that massive hole thing in the wall, but just about other stuff entirely. The professional advice I've been given from my dad is to scrape it all off, which is filling me with absolute fear because once we do this, there's no going back. What started off as quite a small, delicate hole is now, well, smoother, but definitely a bigger hole. So basically what I've done is make a giant, smooth, delicate hole, which some people really enjoy. I think I need to hoover my hole. I sent my dad a progress update, expecting the worst. Well, my dad said it looks all right, so he reckons just give it a little sand. We'll look good once we've painted it that colour, just not right now. I'm supposed to be doing some caulking today, but if I'm honest, I don't know how I load this thing and I need to go back to work. So we're gonna make a caulking day of another day this week. Oh, I fell over. I mean, I'm basically a DIY expert. If only I knew how to use this. We're doing something which uses up random pots, which always makes me happy. I don't know if you know, but I've got a massive random pot collection down there and I'm gonna use some up. I don't wanna use my square ones because they're my favorites. I'll show you what's on the agenda today. This was a beautiful sort of aloe that I left outside over winter, and yeah, bad things happened. The good news, the whole thing is basically a collection of succulent pups, baby succulents ready to grow. Each one just needs to have a little bit of root attached and we're good to go. Better go put them in pots. You're gonna wanna use a sandy soil, so there's loads of good drainage, but any old pot will do, and it's gonna need to live in a sunny or at least warm and dry space. But it really is as simple as plonking it into a pot. You can do this if you've got a sort of dead succulent somewhere. About 20 more to go. Lovely. And we're back at the Wall of Doom. You know the one with the really smooth hole over there. I promised Dan I would do the caulking this week. So that's what we're going to try and do. I just have no idea how this thing even works. So I'm going to watch a quick YouTube video to know how to turn on a caulk gun. And then I'm going to fill some holes. Not the smooth hole. That one we're going to come back to another time, but there's holes in between the skirting board and the wall. You know, this thing here. A little bit of a hole there. So we're going to try and fix that. And I'm also weirdly going to put some of the gunk down this hole here as well because I'm into filling holes today. It's actually 4:45 and to be honest, I just really want to play on the PlayStation. But we're not going to, we're going to do this. The first thing I do is cut off this bit, this tip. Then we screw this little nozzle on. We're so doing it.
When you've done this, you can then grab your tube of silicone and then place it inside the caulking gun. Now push this forward until it meets the back of the tube. When you've done it, you can squeeze the handle and then this will release the silicone onto your desired surface.
What about this bit? Do I cut this off? Got my loo roll. It's not for me, it's just for any spillages. I'm ready to squirt everywhere. Oh, come on. I'm doing it. I'm actually doing it. I'm actually caulking. I think I've used way too much. She's very smart and clean and fresh white lines. I think I achieved a job. Now I can play on the PlayStation. Surely. If you've been following me for a while now, some of you will know that I love to make chilli jam. And last year I made the meanest chili jam from my mummy's chillies. And I called it Mummy's Chili Jam because it sort of makes sense, doesn't it? Well, she's moving house this year, so she hasn't grown any chilies at all. I know. Talk about lazy. It's like she's busy or something. So I had to grow my own chilies, and I have. And today we're going to be harvesting those chilies for the jam preparation. It's actually quite a glorious day here on this little Friday. I'm loving it. Also, it rained last night, so the garden finally is like, thank you so much, but not gonna lie, we could do with a little bit more, couldn't we? Anyway, enough chat about the weather. What are we, British? It's time to harvest those chilies. Come here, chili, 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 chilies. Oh, it's hot in here. These are the chili plants. They are laden with chilies. Lovely. Look, it's still flowering here, so there might still be more chilies to come. So we're gonna pluck a few chilies off. Not too many. Look, some of them are still green, so they're still ripening. But just these red ones will do. Let's get plucking. We're all set up. Chili plant number 1. You are ready? Spicy. Now I've got to give these chilies a good wash because some of them have got plant food on, which I don't really want to eat. Oh. Look at that bad boy. They're not jalapenos. I can't remember what sort of chilies they were. Habaneros, I think. I need to do a bit of Googling to figure out what they are on the old Scoville. Is it Scoville scale or Coville scale? That's how you measure how hot a chili is. If you've got any ideas of what to do with all these chilies, can you just shout some recipes at me? Because this plant's just given me enough for like a year's worth of chili. And there are 2 more plants to go. Plant 1 done. The size of the spider's web on that is mental. Please don't come out and get me, Mr. Spider. I reckon we've got about 30 chilies. Imagine if your tongue touched all of these chilies. Fly just wet in my mouth. Excuse me for spitting. Imagine if all of these chilies touched your tongue at once. I think you might poo yourself. Maybe I should make and sell chili jam. I could sell little pots of it for Christmas. Would anyone buy my chili jam? Bobby's chili jam. Or Mummy's chili jam. Stick with the original branding. This has got so much spiderweb on it. How hot do you like your chilies? Do you like your chilies painfully hot? Mild like a korma? Or fiery like a madras? Anthony's got what we call a baby's palate, so he doesn't like it too spicy, otherwise he cries, and then he poos himself as well. I'm seeing my uncle today for some lunch, and I know that he likes spicy stuff, so maybe I'll take him a little packet of chilies as a present. Put her back, get a load of this. Oh, I can smell the spice. I reckon there's probably about, what, 60 or 70 chilies in here? It looks like this weekend I'll definitely be making another batch of Mummy's Chili Jam. She's feeling hot, 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 doo-doo. I told you it was going to be a busy week, and the calendar for next week, lordy, lordy, she's not resting up. We've got making chili jam, we've got painting a wall, we might even be painting some chairs, which I don't think anyone's ever supposed to really do, but I'm going to give it a go. And secretly, I might be going to see Miss Ariana Grande. She invited me, well, she didn't, I'm just going. So yeah, that's my plan. If you can hear some weird panting in the background, that's my small pig down there. I hope you liked this episode. There's more coming. Let me know what you thought. If you liked it, yay. If you didn't like it, tell me why. But also, can you phrase it nicely? Because I'm very fragile. Okay, bye.